Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to another exciting episode of Marketing in the Zone. Okay, so guys, today we will be discussing about referral program strategy and about event strategies. Okay, so again, guys, an exciting episode for me as well because there's so many points which I would like to cover in this. Okay, so guys, whenever someone speaks about a referral program strategy, the first thing which comes to my head is, guys, do you understand your users? Okay, guys, it's a very integral part and a very important part that you should know what your users actually want. Okay, so imagine that today you are actually selling some kind of material which is paints. Okay, so I'm just giving an example, guys. Okay, and you will give about 33% extra. So guys, what is that 33% going to cover? Okay, so when you speak about 33% extra in your product, okay, so what happens is you have to understand that what can be covered in that 33%. Usually, guys, what happens is, in the 33% probably you can make a brushstroke more. Okay, but guys, that what your user wants, that will be more specific, that you would like to know or you would like to actually get into. So guys, before you actually go about giving referral programs or any kind of referral marketing, you have to understand your user well. You have to understand what actually sells for your user. Okay, what is your key USP, or what is it that one thing that the user wants? Okay, so guys, for these kind of questions to be answered, you will have to know your analytics really well. Okay, you will have to know and understand your customers and your sales guys well. Okay, so imagine you being the marketer, you will go out and you will say, guys, no, I don't care, that if I'm selling paint or what am I actually selling. Okay, I know for sure that if I give bucket of paint with another bucket of paint, I will be able to sell more. Okay, but guys, where is the proof? Where is the proof of study which actually says that this will actually motivate your buyers to buy more? There is no study, guys. Okay, so which what brings down to the main core or the main reason why your referral programs actually fail. Okay, okay, it's a very dreaded word, guys, but it's actually the truth. Okay, why? Because there are so many referral programs which have not been based on what the user wants. There's so many programs where you are actually given something else. Okay, so like it will be like coupons which you will receive for some kind of purchase that you made, for which you have to again make a purchase. Okay, so guys, it will be that kind of undesirable coupons for your user in case you do go with that. Okay, so guys, how to find that particular thing is what we'll be discussing today majorly. Okay, so guys, there are two major ways in which you can actually do it. One is where you are basing it on direct hand to hand study. Okay, so how can you do that? You actually have to sit down with your sales guys and understand what is the selling point, or what is where the user says, okay, fine, I'm ready to make that purchase right now. Okay, so what do your sales guy actually say to make sure that the purchase actually happens? Okay, is what is the first step for you. Okay, so which is where you have to understand that what is actually motivating your user to make that purchase, or what is the feature, or what is the one thing which is making them not to purchase. Okay, so guys, for this details you will have to connect with your sales guys at a very strong level. Okay, so that they can actually reveal these secrets out. Okay, and guys, it actually helps to have so guys, do not discard something which you don't want. Okay, I mean, just because there's a lot of paint which you have left back, so you are just trying to discard them, so don't give that out in subscription basis, or just because you want to let go of your product. Okay, that doesn't add value to your user, guys. Okay, that doesn't help you, because in the end the user will realize that you have just discarded products. Okay, and which is when the user will actually lose interest in your brand, and your brand value will actually go down. Okay, so guys, every referral program strategy has to go with very strong analytics. So it should be based on two things, guys. Okay, whenever I speak of analytics, I speak of two things. Okay, first is your ground reality, and second is your users affinity. Where whomsoever is visiting your site, guys, they will tell you what they like or what they want to read, or no, or study more or buy. Okay, So guys, these are very strong pointers which can help you kind of create the perfect referral strategy. Okay, and don't be afraid to ask, guys. Okay, it is always better to ask your customers or users, whomsoever is there, if they would like this with the product, for at this cost. Guys, a referral program where you are actually giving the customer the value by giving them what they want will sell more and will kind of create the domino effect. Okay, so guys, whenever I speak of domino effect, it is basically your first move should percolate into sales without actually needing any external force anymore. Okay, and this sales should not stop, guys. Okay, so which is where I actually always try to create the domino effect. Okay, which is how you will actually give the value as a marketer. Okay, so guys, that was about referral program strategy. The best strategy is sometimes the most simplest, where you actually approach your customers and directly on a face-to-face basis ask them if this is what they would like, if this is what they would want to go with. Okay, so guys, the advantages of this kind of approach is two-way. Okay, one is that your user already knows that you have done a bit of research before coming to him. Okay, and you're giving him an option, guys. Okay, you're not actually giving him by, listen, this is what we are giving. You are not actually pushing your stuff to him. You are asking him if he would like. So it's a pull kind of strategy, guys, and this will always give you the benefit for that. Okay, and so guys, this was about referral program strategy, how to devise it, how to ensure that it works in your favor, and how to ensure that this is actually adding value to your users or customers. Okay, and the second strategy that we are going to discuss about today is event strategy, guys. And I have seen so many events that have just gone off for waste because there was not been a right strategy which was put into place. Okay, so guys, whenever you are trying to go in for an event or you are planning for an event, the first and foremost question that you have to ask your management, if they suggest this event, then what is the need for this event? I mean, what are you going in this event for? Are you going in for leads, or are you going in for visibility, or are you going in for more important, what's the approach that should be taken? Okay, with this, guys, the second point which actually raises is what is the current place or current strategy which you are in your marketing mix. Okay, when I say strategy, guys, are you actually trying to attract new customers, or are you trying to get new leads? What is it that you were doing before this event, or when this event will actually come? Okay, based on which you will have to decide what kind of you can say what should be your placement, what should be your branding over there during the event. Okay, so because, guys, if you are trying to create an event or you're trying to join an event where you are trying to attract some leads or attract some customers, then it should be placed that way. Okay, so all of your banners, all of your content materials, all of your stuff which you are going to place at the event in your kiosk or place that you have got will be completely different. Okay, so guys, if you are going in an event where you are a speaker, okay, then the whole strategy for that event also changes. Okay, so you will have to also check what is the kind of what you are going to do at the event. Okay, what's your approach, whether you are just going to sit at the kiosk, or whether you are having a session with the kiosk, or whether you are just having a kiosk which is outside or inside. What is the placement of the kiosk also matters, guys. Okay, and guys, you have to ensure that you spark that FOMO. Okay, FOMO is basically fear of missing out, guys. Okay, so basically what I mean is you have to ensure that at least a month before the event is actually approaching, you are sending out these flyers or FOMOs. Okay, where you are telling people what they would be missing out in case they did not attend this particular event. And guys, this is a way where you add value to the customers or the users life. Okay, where you are going to market for the event. Okay, so obviously the event people will also tag you, they will also start reciprocating in the same nature, and that will give you the kind of visibility more, guys. Okay, so anytime you are actually trying to create the right kind of event, so any event strategy, guys, without having a clear, crisp and concise event goals guys, do not even attend the event. Okay, and you also have to ensure that you have your event branding, event tools in place well before the event planning is actually done. Okay, so guys, whenever I look at an event tools, I always look at, a lot of freebies and a lot of, free solutions which I can use with some paid aspects as well. Okay, so I would rather go with, some kind of a CRM already in place, because an event actually will need some follow-up emails, some, regular emails, some kind of, email marketing activity also to be done, with a lot of social media, kind of activity, and a lot of images to be created, a lot of, things to be done. Okay, so guys, this is a very heavy activity, but ideally this should be done as soon as possible. Okay, the sooner the better, because if you're going in for an event,